So thank you so much for being here today. How are you feeling? How's
Great.
everything?
Great. Singapore is good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, why don't you introduce yourselves to our listeners or viewers? Tell us your names, a little bit about your company, what you do.
So my name is Manuraj Jain, and I'm the founder of Money Club. And I started Money Club in 2018, and we have built a deep tech platform to provide on-demand liquidity to low-income populations. So our current target market is in India. We are already present in Vietnam. So currently we are in India and Vietnam both. So that's a brief about what we do.
So, Money Club. Millions of Indians, I mean, they already save through community groups. You have chit funds, committees, BC.
Yeah.
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 What made you think that, you needed to build an app for this? Like what was the personal story behind that?
Oh, that's very interesting. Actually, this is way back in 2018. I used to have a driver. I used to be based in Delhi, and somewhere around 2018, my driver started asking me for salary advances. I asked him why he needed salary advances. He said, I needed to contribute to my committee. They call it committee in Delhi.
Yeah.
I have never seen it, never done it before in my whole life. So I asked him what it was. He got me a small diary and he showed me how the calculations work. That got me really fascinated. And then I had a brainstorm at that time and I put one and one together. And I realized that technology can play a significant role in this space or in this product. So that's how the idea of Money Club was born. In India, you're right. Today, almost 200 million people are pooling up close to $200 billion worth of money in India today. That's how big the market is. But all of this is informal. I mean, not all, I would say 95% of it is informal. And there are, of course, a lot of challenges in the informal economy. One, it is not regulated. Two, there's a lot of risk of people losing their hard earned savings because of this. And there have been multitude of such cases where people have lost money. So this was, I think, the beginning of it. And I saw that there's a huge opportunity to make a product that is secure, transparent, and something that can be used by, almost 200 million people across the country. So I quickly got into start building an app. And by 2017, we launched the Money Club app on the Play Store.
Amazing. Wow. What a story. For a user of Money Club, can you walk me through like how does that look like? What's their journey
Sure.
through the app?
Before that, I'll tell you what a typical user looks like.
Sure. Yes.
So our typical user is a low income user, somebody who's earning 20,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees a month. That's like $200 to $300 a month. And his income flow is variable in nature. It's not a salaried guy, right? So they constantly get in and out of crisis. So whenever they are in crisis, they need liquidity. They need short-term liquidity to get them out of crisis. And when they are not in crisis, they need their money to make that extra buck. Today, there is no product out there which can mimic exactly the life situation of such a user. Think about a small shopkeeper in Gorakhpur. Gorakhpur is a tier 3 town, let's say. Small shopkeeper, and his requirement when he hits crisis is typically between 20,000 rupees to 50,000 rupees. And he requires the money in hours because he's in extreme crisis at that time. Today, the options available to him, there's no bank, there's no NBFC, there is nobody going to lend money to him. The only option he has is to go to a local money lender, which of course it's very well known that these are loan sharks and they put them into a debt trap. So not the best alternative, but that's the only option they have. So for a typical user today in Money Club, how it works is they will discover Money Club through one of our agents. So we have 3,000 agents on the ground who will introduce, let's say, the Gorakhpur shopkeeper to Money Club. He will download an app, complete his eKYC procedure digitally on the app. And as soon as he completes that, he'll be joining into a pilot club. A pilot club is a small amount club for, let's say, 1,000 rupees. 5 people put 200 rupees, pool up 1,000 rupees, and the club will start and finish in 5 days' time. The whole idea is for them to basically understand how the product works on a digital app. They already know how this works in the offline world, right? But they don't know how it works on an online platform. So that pilot club is designed specifically to do that. That's stage one. Once the user completes that pilot club, he moves on to bigger and bigger amounts after that.
Mm.
So as he progresses, builds a good transaction history, he keeps going into bigger and bigger clubs, and at some point in time, he will start accessing multiple clubs at the same time. So we have seen users who start, let's say, on day one, and we have seen cohorts which are active for almost 40, 45, 50 months on the platform. So we still have cohorts which are almost as old as 2019 on the platform.
Mhm.
So this is the typical journey of the user
Mhm.
on the platform. And in terms of how they use the product, so like I said, when they have surplus funds, they are lending to each other and they are making interest.
Mhm.
The interest that they make is almost 4 times of what they can make in a bank deposit.
Mm.
And when they are in crisis, they require money, they can leverage up to 4 times of what they have saved.
Mm.
So our product can actually deliver 4 times more bang for the buck than any other alternative out there for them.
Well, you mentioned that, I mean, the users that you work with are more in the lower income market. Would you say that there's been like any particular like user or like a story that particularly like touched you and you were like, wow, this is actually working. It's like exactly the impact that I wanted to make. It's actually the solution that, yeah, has solved the problem that I want to solve.
There are hundreds of such stories.
Any faves?
There are two favorites I have.
Okay, tell us.
So it's very interesting. So in India there are street vendors, right?
Yes.
So there is a street vendor who sells sugarcane juice. So this guy somehow he came onto our platform. One of the agents got him on. He started saving small amounts. Let's say he started saving 200 rupees, then he went to 600, 800, 1000 rupees, and he picked up 10,000 rupees from the platform. Now, nobody, nobody in the country would have given him 10,000 rupees because he's a street vendor. No bank, no NBFC is going to give him that money. But he got 10,000 from the Money Club app. When he got that money, he decided to up his sugarcane inventory from 1 day to 3 days of inventory. Because he didn't have money to increase his inventory, right? So he
Yes.
suddenly had that money. When he did that, his sale increased. And when his sale increased and slowly he started making more and more money, he moved up to a completely different orbit. And when we spoke to him, he said that today I can dream of actually opening my own shop instead of being on the street every day. So that is the kind of impact that really gives me the goosebumps. I'm actually able to transform a life from a street to something more stable. That's one story. The other story, this is also a very unique use case. So there are LIC insurance agents in the country who do this for a living. I mean, they acquire customers and they make commission on the premium that the insurance users finally pay. But in tier 3, tier 4 towns, when they come back to renew the insurance policy, most of the users don't have funds. The insurance agent approaches them to renew the LIC. The guy says, I don't have money, I will not renew, which means it's a revenue loss for the agent. So there's an agent on our platform. What he did is he started picking money from the Money Club platform to finance his customers to buy the insurance policy so that he could make revenue. And then these users returned the money to him over time. So he kind of refinanced using Money Club capital. He refinanced his users, and we were tracking his cash flows over 2 years' time. We saw that initially he started with 10,000 rupees per month. He was rotating on our platform. In 2 years, it went up to around 80, 90,000 rupees. So he scaled it up to 8, 9 times.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So this is like, I mean, there are hundreds of such stories.
Yeah.
I just gave you two. Yeah.
For sure.
So in India, in the lower income population, this access to capital is a very, very big challenge.
Yeah.
Formal credit system has actually only been able to penetrate, you can say, the top 10%, 20%.
Mm-hmm.
We are talking about the remaining 80% here.
Yeah.
It's a huge market and a
Of
huge
course.
demand, a
Of
huge
course.
unmet demand.
Yeah. I mean, the app itself function and like the solution that you've built is already, I mean, as you've seen, like impacting everyone's lives. Is there anything else that makes I guess like your app or your process like even better than the rest?
Yeah. I think what we are offering is actually unprecedented. One, it's a completely digital journey. So again, let's think about the shopkeeper in Gorakhpur. If he was to go and get money for his crisis, he would have to lock his shop, walk to the nearest bank, probably do this for 2 3 days before he submits an application. 90% chance he'll get rejected. He will lose revenue for those days where he has to shut his shop, and there's only a 5% chance that his loan will get funded. Today, with the Money Club app, he does not have to leave his shop. He just downloads an app and he just presses a button on the app whenever he needs money. And within 6 hours, the funds land into his bank account.
Wow.
It's unprecedented. I mean, and we are talking about low income populations here.
Mm-hmm.
And the second thing is the entire transaction flow on our app is completely safe and secure. It's happening between Aadhaar, eKYC bank accounts over UPI rails. So the entire flow of money is happening in a completely secure environment. In the offline world, all this was happening in cash, in unsecure environments. So this is again unprecedented for this kind of user. And the third thing is to rotate money in Roscas in India, you require a group of people. That's one of the biggest challenges that this segment faces. They can't get a group because you need 10 to 20 people.
Mm-hmm.
And these 10 to 20 people have to be known to each other so that there's no default which happens.
Right.
But on our platform, they don't need to get a single person.
Mm-hmm.
We provide the remaining members of the group. Sitting at home without any paperwork, our end users can get access to funds. So again, all this is unprecedented from a user standpoint. From an underwriting standpoint, so the main risk in our business model is the risk of defaults.
Yeah.
So when people pick up the money and they don't return it,
Mm-hmm.
how we are handling that is through our dynamic real-time underwriting model. It's an innovation, I would say, again, which is unprecedented because I have not seen any other company in the world do this right now. What we do is, because this segment is constantly bubbling in and out of crisis, we can't follow a static underwriting model with them. A static model means you underwrite them today for the next 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, right? But this segment will get into crisis probably 2 days from where you started, right? And the response that credit institutions give is that the segment is risky. I say that let's flip it around. The segment is not risky. We've just got the wrong product. We have to build the right product for them. To build the right product, we have to build a dynamic real-time underwriting model, which means we have to underwrite this guy every day.
Mm.
So what we did is we built a gamified journey, which ensures continuous engagement with the user. Continuous means every day. The guy will come onto our app, do a transaction, be it small amount of money, 100, 200, 500. On an average, people do 800 to 1000 rupees worth of transaction on our app. That gives us a behavioral pattern of the user over time. So on our app, users transact almost 300 times per year compared to a typical credit model where the user will transact only 5 to 12 times a year.
Mm-hmm.
So our underwriting model is fueled by almost 20 times more transaction data than any other business model out there. So that's the reason why we are able to keep default rates below 1% in a segment where nobody has been able to underwrite today.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you thought of it.
I kind of built it as we were growing. So this is, I have no background in underwriting. My background has been as an engineer and then as a management consultant. But I came to this problem with a clean paper approach, a white paper approach. And I solved it on first principles basis.
Easy.
And this is what came out of it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Money Club seems to be doing really amazing. I want to hear more about, I guess, like your highlight reel of milestones, numbers. Like, what can you share with us? The growth and everything, scale.
So we started in 2018. It's been almost 6-7 years now. And we have acquired 800,000 users till date who have rotated close to 600 crores, or let's say $60 million till date on our platform. Our default rates have been below 1% right throughout. And mind it, we have seen COVID pass through during this time frame. During COVID, we have seen banks and NBFCs, we have seen bloodbath on their balance sheet. And RBI had to step in with a moratorium policy to, allow them to breathe. During that time, we saw only a 7 basis point increase in default rates. Our users didn't default on our app. And there, fundamentally, we realized one thing. We realized that users on our app consider the funds that they receive, that they borrow, as their own money. It's their own saved money which they are picking up. They don't consider it as a third party money.
Right.
Because of which they don't default. And on the contrary, when things get tough, they get more disciplined. So that is the reason why our default rates have been very low. Our value proposition is unprecedented. Like I said, people, with the click of a button, people get funds in their bank account, and the returns have been great. This has led to a very high retention rate on our platform. We have almost 93% month-on-month retention rates. This leads to a very positive or very good unit economics for us. So per user, let's say if we spend $1 to acquire a user, we make $10 to $11 on that user over his life on the platform. A typical good model would be 1:3. We see 1:10, 11 already. And what we are seeing is, as the platform is aging, this number is increasing. So if you ask me this number 2 years ago, this was 1:6. Now we've already gone to 1:11. This will go up even further. This is basically because users continue to use our platform for very, very long periods of time. And finally, I think the entire, I would say I'm proud of, is the fact that our underwriting model has been sturdy. It's being fueled by exceptional amounts of data, volumes of data. And actually, we are building a gold mine. We are having data on a segment that no bank or NBFC has today. I mean, this is a monetization plan that will kick in probably next 2-3 years from now, the data monetization. We haven't factored that in yet in the LTV to CAC. So for anybody, or for my prospective investors, whenever I talk to them, I tell them that this is an unparalleled, unprecedented opportunity. Money Club is the only company in the country today sitting in a $200 billion market, scaling 2x to 3x every year. We are sitting on a potential to create one of the largest companies in the space that the country has seen, if not the world.
Wow. Well, I really think Money Club is on the right track, and it's really great to be part of your journey with Shift. Any few words for Shift, maybe like anything that we might have been able to support you with, like throughout your time with the program. Just a few words.
See, I think Shift has given me a good opportunity in terms of, one, I mean, we are here talking at GuyTechs. It's taken me to Singapore, where I'm able to open and expose my idea to investors across the globe. That's a brilliant opportunity for me. Like I said, Money Club is already in Vietnam, so we are trying to penetrate Southeast Asia. Coming here, Shift program has got me here. I'm able to talk to so many people I'm going to meet here in the program. And the third thing is, I think the structure of the program has been quite methodical. It's been very clear. The objectives are very clear. The process is very clear. So it's been a great experience so far. And I'm sure it's going to help us a lot in our journey.
Glad to hear that. Well, thank you so much for your time, and I can't wait to see Money Club be a unicorn.
Yeah, sure. Me too.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Hi, this is Manuraj Jain here. I'm the founder of Money Club, and we are part of the Shift for Fintech program.